everyone, it's Miss Stacy at the Lyon Township Public Library. Thanks so much for joining me today for Storytime. We are going to talk about shadows today, and I have something cool after our story where I hope that you can follow along and maybe make some hand shadows with me. So first, we are going to sing The More We Get Together. So we get a beat like that. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. We'll sing it one more time. Sing with me if you can. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. So today's story is called Moonbear's Shadow, and it's by Frank Ash. And in it, Moonbear sees his shadow. So we need two things to make a shadow. We need a source of light, and we need some sort of object that can create the shadow. So I thought really quickly I would show you. I have a big light right over here, and you can start to see behind me. Do you see the shadow on the wall of my hand? So that's a shadow, and it moves with me. When I move, it moves. So later, maybe we'll make some hand puppets, and maybe you could try it at home too. So we're going to see what Moonbear's shadow is all about. Moonbear's Shadow, written and illustrated by Frank Ash. And a special thank you to Aladdin, an imprint of Simon & Schuster's Children's Publishing Division, for permission to share this book with you today. So it's interesting because we see 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures here. They each have a sun, except for the last one. Last one looks like nighttime. So the first 3 are daytime. And in the first one, the sun is all the way on the left. And then in the second one, it's right above the tree. And then in the third one, it's on the right of the tree. And I'm noticing how the shadow is moving. So in our first picture, when our sun or our light is over here, the shadow is on the other side. When it's right overhead, there's no shadow. And when it's over here on the right, the shadow's on that side. So that's kind of interesting. And I don't see any shadows here. Nighttime. Sometimes at night you can't see shadows, but I don't see any in that picture. One day, Bear went down to the pond with his fishing pole and a big can of worms. While he was putting a worm on his hook, he looked down and saw a big fish. I'm going to catch that fish, thought Bear to himself. I can see that fish. It's right in the pond. I hope he can catch it. But when Bear stood up to throw his line in the water, his shadow scared the big fish away. Go away, shadow, cried Bear. But Bear's shadow would not go away. See his shadow there, and the fish is swimming away. Oh, shadow scared the fish away. Okay, said Bear. If you won't go on your own, then I'll just have to get rid of you. And he put down his fishing pole and began to run. He ran around the pond. When he got to the other side, he kept on running. Doesn't look like he's outrunning a shadow. He ran through a field of flowers jumped over the brook and hid behind a tree. Good, thought Bear. Now Shadow can't find me. I see Bear's shadow in the brook, or like a little creek. And right here, he's hiding behind the tree. I don't see Bear's shadow. I see the tree's shadow. Maybe he hid from it. What do you think? Can he outrun or hide from his shadow? We'll see. But Bear was wrong. When he stepped out from behind the tree, the first thing he saw was his shadow. There it is. Couldn't trick it. Nearby was a cliff. Bear walked over to the cliff and looked up. I'll climb so high, Shadow won't be able to follow me, thought Bear. Let's see. Bear climbed higher and higher until at last he pulled himself up to the top. Huffing and puffing, he smiled with pride. Then he looked down and saw his shadow. Still there. There's a shadow. Now Bear was very annoyed, so he went home and got a hammer and some nails to nail his shadow to the ground. I see he's got his hammer and nails. He's nailing all over his shadow. Do you think the shadow's going to stay down there? We'll see. He hammered and hammered and hammered, but no matter how many nails he hammered, he couldn't nail his shadow down. Nope, it didn't work. There's all his nails. And there's his shadow still. If I can't nail him down, thought Bear, maybe I can bury him. So he got his shovel and dug a hole. When the hole was deep and wide, he let his shadow fall in the hole. There's his hole, and I can see the shadow going in. Do you think his shadow's going to fall down there and get stuck? Then Bear filled the hole in with dirt. When he was finished, it was almost noon. The sun was high in the sky, and Shadow was nowhere to be seen. At last, sighed Bear. No more Shadow. I see the sun straight up. But now Bear was very tired, so he went inside and took a little nap. While he slept, time passed, and the sun once again cast shadows everywhere. So here it was, straight up, no shadow. That's when Bear took a nap. Then we have the sun moving a little bit to the right. I'm seeing a tiny shadow from the shovel, and it moves a little bit more, and I see a little bit bigger shadow, and it's moving more, and I'm seeing the biggest shadow there. Wonder what Bear's going to say when he wakes up. When Bear got up and opened his door, he saw his shadow on the floor. "Not you again!" exclaimed Bear, and he slammed the door, hoping to lock Shadow inside. But Shadow was too quick. There it is on the outside of the door. Couldn't lock him in. Sighed Bear. How about this? If you let me catch a fish, I'll let you catch one too. Nod your head like this if it's a deal. When Bear nodded his head, Shadow nodded too. It's like whatever Bear is doing, the shadow does it too. So Bear went back to the pond and once again threw his line in the water. By this time, the sun was in a different part of the sky, which made it easy for Shadow to keep his part of the deal. Yes, I see the sun over here, and so his shadow is behind him. Back here, his shadow is not going to be in the water scaring fish. And when Bear caught a fish, Shadow caught one too. Because whatever Bear does, his shadow does too. Bear learned a lot about shadows. And now maybe we can learn something too. Hi friends, I'm over at my wall to play with shadows. I have a light source right behind the camera, and I'm up against a white wall. If you're doing this in the daytime and it's too bright, maybe you could try a space in your bathroom that doesn't have windows and get an adult to help you, of course, so that they can hold the flashlight and help you make some super fun shadows. So you can see whatever I'm doing, my shadow is doing too. So if I put my hand in a fist, my shadow's in a fist too. If I put one finger out, my shadow does too. And I can kind of roll my finger, and my shadow does too. 3, 4, 5. And the closer I get to the light, the bigger my shadow gets. So you can kind of have fun playing with your shadow, watching it get bigger and smaller and bigger and smaller. Or if you move it over here or over here, you kind of experiment with what happens. So I'm going to show you how to make 3 different shadow puppets or hand shadow puppets today. So first we're going to start with a crab or a spider. So we will put our hands like this. You kind of want to tuck your thumbs in and you keep all of your fingers out. It's kind of hard to see, I know. So it goes like that. And you can kind of wiggle your fingers and it kind of looks like a spider. So I'm just using both of my hands, tucking my thumbs in and kind of putting them on top of each other and then moving my fingers. It kind of looks a little bit like a spider or maybe a crab. And then we could do a bird. So a bird, you'll put your hand out like this and your other hand like this, and you can kind of lock your thumbs. And the thumbs are kind of supposed to be the beak of the bird, and then these are the wings. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And you can kind of play with where you put it to see how big your bird can get, or maybe move your thumbs a little bit, make it squawk. Squawk! I don't have a good bird squawk. But that's your bird. And then the last one I was going to show you guys is a wolf. This is our trickiest, our most challenging. So you put your hands together just like that, and your pinkies go down a little bit, and your index fingers or pointer fingers kind of tuck together, and then you kind of spread your thumbs out a little bit. And this is supposed to be like a wolf or a dog. Let's see if I can kind of find it for you guys. So this is the mouth, and back here's the ears. So, this is the trickier one. And you kind of have to play with it a little bit to make it make sense to you. But I hope you guys could maybe try to have some fun with light and shadows and see what kind of fun animals you could make, or what kind of shapes you could make, or how things change depending on where the light is and where the object is. And just like Moonbear's shadow, I don't think that I'll be able to trick my shadow from getting away from me. But thanks for playing with me. I had so much fun reading Moonbear's shadow with you guys and showing you some of the hand shadow puppets that I can make and singing. I thought we would end with singing Open, Shut Them. And that's the one where we need our hands to give a big stretch and pull them in tight. Nice little warm up. I think we're ready. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, creepy, creepy, creep them right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. All right, let's try it one more time. Sing it with me if you know it. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, creep, creep, creep them right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. I hope you didn't let them in. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you around the library sometime. Bye.